Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Happy holidays, by the way. My name is Joe LePage. I am the Community Development Director for the City of Lebanon. It's been about a couple years ago, the city partnered with the ARC of Greater Boone County applying for a grant right during the thick of COVID. During that grant cycle, things did not transpire the way that we had hoped, but we're happy to announce and be able to kind of put a bow on the second round of grant funding. The city partnered with the ARC of Greater Boone County once again, and that grant was successful. And so joining us here to kind of talk more about that and have kind of a public meeting as part of our partnership with OCRA, the city and the ARC as well, the executive director of the ARC of Greater Boone County, Pam Berbarg, is here and brought a couple of different experts, a panel of experts, so to speak. Pam, happy holidays. And
thank you.
Would you introduce us to who you brought with you?
Certainly. We have Chris Halford and Becky Oakes with us today, and they have both participated in the program as well.
Excellent. And so if you can, kind of talk about how the program has benefited the folks at the ARC and how you kind of see that going forward and the benefits you've seen along the way.
Terrific. Thanks, Joe. Just as a quick reminder and introduction of what we did with this grant, this was a grant entitled Community Connections for Persons with Disabilities that was funded through OCRA and the Family and Social Services Administration. And that gave us the opportunity to create some opportunities virtually to help connect people with disabilities across the county, and specifically with the City of Lebanon, as we partnered with the City of Lebanon in doing that. And we devised, as part of this grant process, a program that had several goals, and that was purchasing equipment for providing on-site opportunities for use of technology, purchasing equipment to develop online content, creating a lending library of equipment, and providing for staff time to help develop and deliver content for videos. And our initial goal was offering about 5 weekly opportunities over a 6-month period to reach about 100 people. And as I talk today, I'll cover a little bit about what we did, what we learned, both success as well as some things that we had to revise a little bit in the course of this grant. And then I'll also talk a little bit about our next steps and what we want to do. And Chris and Becky are here also to fill in some other details of their participation in part of the programs with the grant. Becky watched a number of the videos throughout the course, and Chris not only participated in some active videos that we did and viewing of the videos, but he also helped tape some of those videos and help provide some of the content for the video as well. So what we did as part of the grant, the first thing that we did is we purchased equipment. So we purchased a number of pieces, including computer equipment. We purchased 30 Kindle Fires and headsets to go with those. We purchased some video Wi-Fi equipment, and we also purchased video equipment. So that was a couple of cameras, microphones, and other things so that we could create streaming content on our website. We also then, I'd be remiss in also mentioning that the amount of equipment that we were able to purchase well exceeded what we had in this grant, thanks also to the generosity of United Way of Central Indiana and their technology fund as well. Then we had staff and people we support help create some videos, and we had a healthy living series that is posted on our website. We have features of different activities, which Chris also participated in. We did some cooking demonstrations. We had some topics of interest and input from people served, and we ended up doing a total of 31 videos in the course of this particular project. And we did also host a live video chat via Zoom that also talked about healthy living as we did that. We also set up the devices. We realized that setting up 30 Kindle Fires was not a small activity, and we used that also as an opportunity to empower a person we support in learning a little bit about setting up devices for people to use. And then we also did some training with those that we support in the use of devices as well. That included helping some individuals who didn't have email set that email up, taught them how to stream videos, and also did some teaching on how to interact on a virtual platform, which was a new experience for the number of people we serve. Chris and Becky, anything else you want to talk about the activities that we did?
So I would say I had to learn about horses, right?
Yep, Chris learned about horses and shared some of that learning on the platform. You also talked a little bit about spirituality too, didn't you?
Well, I would say yes, I did.
So Chris, in the course of some of the things that he does at the ARC, has taken on the leadership role and specifically requested to start a Bible study. And he has shared some of his thoughts and experiences with that on the website as well.
Yeah.
And Chris, you were one of the people who participated in the Zoom class as well, weren't you?
Well, I would say yes, I did.
What did you think about doing it that way? It was different, wasn't it?
Well, I think it's going good. I had to learn a paper about God, and I know ways good and bad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you've been able to share some of that with other people too, haven't you?
Well, yes.
Did you like being able to interact with people on Zoom when we did the video chat?
I would say yes. I did because I had to. I just want. I would say. I think these people are trying to learn having they had to learn about be good and not acting mean or bad.
Yeah.
But I think it's not normal because of how much I love people because I would say I know what people did, but I think it's bad. It's bad. It happens.
And you want to help people be happy, don't you?
Well, yes. Yes.
Chris and Becky, you both had the opportunity not only to view some videos, but to do some training online as well. Did you, Becky, I'm going to ask you to answer this one. Did you find doing the trainings online instead of in person
Yeah.
a little different?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy doing them that way?
Yes.
Got
And
any-
it showed me different ways of how to react to other people.
And what Becky's referring to is some of the classes that we've offered online on our campus have included some job skills training with some of the people that we support, so that they were able to learn some different skills and use that skills, and not just take classes that we often offer, but to offer them in a different fashion, helping people learn a little bit more about using technology, which is a nice swing into the next topic, which are some of our successes. So as we've already mentioned, we ended up doing 31 videos on a variety of topics. Our video views actually exceeded what we had hoped for. We have had the videos viewed over 7,500 times overall, with about 244 views per video on average, which was terrific. We're finding people that we support are using devices more, and we've changed a few of our policies internally as well to support people to bring their own devices to work, so that if they have them, we can help them learn more about utilizing them on-site as well. We had 12 people in the course of time of participation who set up emails for the very first time, which was a little surprising but exciting to see. We had that same 12 also participated in their first virtual meeting. We had one person who was paid to help set up devices. And what we've seen is on average about 30 people per day using streaming devices on our campus or on our site to complete things like workout videos, view current events and educational topics of the theme of the day, and they use it for other entertainment as well. We also have another 30 people who've used streaming devices to receive training on work skills, which we mentioned already, including career counseling services that help people make choices about their employment goals, And other topics, as Becky mentioned, have included things like teamwork, conflict management, and other soft skills training. We have the lending library, which I will add here because I want to stress this. It's not contingent on a person receiving services delivered by the ARC of Greater Boone County of 30 devices and headsets for people who need them. There's a mobile hotspot to facilitate off-site events, and then we also have that equipment available to tape and edit video content. That being said, we did have a couple of challenges in the course of this implementation as well. We had planned to do live content 5 days a week over a course of 6 months, and because of some staffing changes, we had to regroup a little bit on how we did that. And we found that not only was the staffing changes a challenge there, but we also found that sometimes it was really challenging to have specific times for specific meetings, which is why we ended up shifting our videos to being posted and having those available both on social media and on the website rather than as many live videos. And there's a lot of reasons for that. Sometimes it may be that a person may not have had a hotspot at home or had the ability to access that by themselves and may not have had the time or support to have that done. But many more times, it was because people had other things going on. Once they get home in the evening, there's a variety of different things going on, from dinner time to favorite shows or other activities. Many of the people we support, especially as COVID was waning, got back into the routines of their everyday lives, which was terrific. So we don't want to mess with bowling or movies or Special Olympics or other things that everyone is participating in. So having that content more available on demand, we found was much more helpful for everyone. And then finally, we also did find that while a lot of folks didn't know how to use streaming platforms, specifically things like Zoom or Microsoft Teams, we found almost everybody knows how to use Facebook and YouTube. So we also found that that Facebook access was much more helpful for people to do. That being said, that's what we've done so far. And what I'm really excited to share as part of this as well is we are not done. As part of our day-to-day programming, we see the importance of the activities that we've done and have committed to continuing as much of this as we can. So we have several goals of what we want to be working on in the near future too, and that includes expanding access of our lending library, and making sure more people know about it so that we can reach out beyond just the walls of folks who are served by the ARC of Greater Boone County, but if other people with disabilities are in need of a device to utilize, we can do that. We want to look at some opportunities to create some discussion groups and other opportunities for people who use the content. You know, a great source of that is we mentioned we have a Healthy Living series, which is based on some specific programs, but was also delivered by a dietitian who interned for us this semester. So we see opportunity there to create some discussion groups by having people view those videos and use those as simply just a part of what they're doing. We'd also like to continue to use the devices and the editing software, not just like to, we're going to continue building more content. So we've got the video equipment, so there's no reason not to be using it. So we'll be using that on a regular basis and building a more comprehensive library. We want to also make sure that we've built in lots of links for people to access other things that are out there. Many of our other partner agencies, including the ARC of Indiana, Self Advocates of Indiana, and other ARC chapters and providers who also participated in this grant, did similar projects where they did video content as well. And there's no reason that we all have to recreate the wheel, but we want to use that as an opportunity to share what some of our friends also have available. We also would like to, as Chris has already mentioned, he's participated in the development of content, and we'd like to do more of that. So we want to support those that we serve to be able to create their own content, whether that's posting it on ARC of Greater Boone County processes or helping Chris build his own YouTube channel. We want to support those that we serve who are interested in that to do that. And then, of course, we'll maintain our studio and video space for use of equipment, both on-site and in the community. And then continue also that use of technology on a day-to-day basis. We have found that the addition of smart TVs around our buildings has been very beneficial for those that we support, and has really not only provided that opportunity for people to utilize it, but it's really supported our staff in providing quality services as well, because they're not trying to rack their brains of, okay, what's an appropriate fitness video for us to be doing? But they've got access to those very easily, that are easily then shared with those that we support. So those are the basic pieces. Chris and Becky, am I missing anything?
No.
Do you have any questions?
Well, I would say yes, I do.
Okay.
So, anyway, I would say, I just want to say, I just want to let people know about, I made a horse, in a farm. I know a name, in a barn. I would say, Carly, horses, his name is, Max.
And it was important for you to help her with some of the videos with Max, wasn't it?
Yes.
So Chris did some videos on horseback riding and care of horses too, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Because I am so glad I ride a horse, because I would say I am not afraid. I go in a horse because I would say Max is, I would say he's a good boy. I just want to let people know about how much I do love Max, a horse.
And you loved helping to make those videos too, didn't you?
I would say yes, I did.
Are there any questions?
I had just had a couple, if you don't mind. Chris, I know from the cowboy hat, you can tell the horses made a big impact on you. You enjoyed the horses and the video with them in it and being able to interact with them. Becky, did you have a favorite video or series of videos that you enjoyed watching and checking out?
I liked when we did the exercise videos with everybody else.
And Pam, a quick question for you. We talked so much about quality of life in here in the municipal building. How have you seen maybe the quality of life of the folks at the ARC of Greater Boone County enhanced thanks to this grant and all the many things that you talked about and how you want to continue to use the grant funding going forward?
I think for the lives of the people that we support, it has been just some empowering of them. So seeing some self-confidence in the ability to do that and less fear about using video content or accessing it. And I think also for us, as we are working on our work programs, we have found that in the past, folks at work weren't able to have their phones with them, and they can now have them. And we have some specific rules, like any other workspace does, about that, of, using them at breaks and things like that. But we've also seen anticipated issues people had with those really never, ever occurred. Everybody really appreciates having them. And the individuals that we support who might need some help have gotten that help. So, and I think we've probably underestimated how many people actually do have devices and know how to use Facebook and all of those things. So I think it was just another chance for us to see, sometimes we underestimate the abilities of those we support. But I also know that many of the individuals in our day services talk about how much they enjoy having the ability to view a variety of different online contents throughout the day. And it's just more interactive for them, and the staff are doing a great job of creating discussions following those too.
And I think you made a great point too, that the grant funding is coming to an end, and we're wrapping some things up here in 2022. But you said it perfectly, you're on a trajectory now because things that have gotten better, and you're already
Absolutely.
thinking about the next steps and the next
Yes,
thing.
yes, and I also want to stress too that I think this also creates additional opportunity for partnership across the community. You know, obviously not just with the city, but we've been talking with Special Olympics and some other, and ILAD and some other groups about creating more opportunities for those that we support across the community in building health and educational opportunities and all of this. And this grant has just created another step to help all of us think more and more in terms of how do we partner as organizations with sometimes some very similar groups of people to best fit the needs for and wants of those that we all mutually support.
Fantastic. Like a springboard going into
Yes,
the future.
exactly. So it's
That's-
really exciting to have those types of conversations going on too.
That's wonderful. Becky, Chris, thank you for providing your insight and being our experts. How did the chairs fit? Were they pretty comfy?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
And he would say yes, that was their thing, to sit on the big comfy chairs. And as we wrap some things up here, we want to thank not only Mayor Gentry and Clerk Treasurer Tanya Thayer for supporting this endeavor, but also the great folks at the ARC of Greater Boone County reaching out to the city, utilizing their resources to be able to have that collaboration, and of course, OCRA for being able to provide the grant and the leadership along with this. Thank you so much for checking out our public meeting, wrapping up the process with the ARC of Greater Boone County, the City of Lebanon, and OCRA's collaboration. We wish you a happy rest of 2022 and best of luck in 2023. Thanks for watching.